Yo, what's up? We back. We back, y'all. It is If You Like It, I Love It. It's your favorite can lady, Miss I Candy, and my lovely co-host Karma Fox. We got the hot topics for y'all. We just wrapped up the Housewives of Atlanta. Now it's time to get into something good and a little bit of fun, okay? Because stuff has been going on in the world and we got to talk about it. So we get started with our praise reports as we always do. Karma, what you got a praise report on today? What's happening with you? What's been going on the last week?
So my praise report this week is going to be that Elijah had an amazing first day of school. Now, y'all know my little backstory. My baby in routines and transitions back from the summer to this be like a whole lot. But his intervention specialist called me today with an A++1 report. Maybe I ain't got to drive down to school on the first week. So we had a really good first day of school. So I'm really glad that, my son is really getting better with his transitions. I'm very grateful to see his progress. Very blessed to be able to see their progress. I don't know what type of person I would be if I didn't have my autism children, because they've really let me see the world through their eyes and in a different way. So humbled me, gave me more patience, just all of the things. So that's my praise report this week.
All right. And I'm gonna follow with that. My baby girl just started high school. Today was her first day of high school, and she had a good day. So I am extremely proud of London. Good job, baby girl. London is transitioning from being homeschooled through the COVID situation. We let her go to the last quarter of 8th grade at her school now, and she's there for high school. So I wanted her to get a little bit of experience before she went there. I didn't want her to just come straight from homeschool to high school. So I got her in there in 8th grade for the last quarter to kind of get to know how the building is, to get to know some of the teachers, some of the faculty, some of the students that's going to be in her grade, for the next 4 years. So I think she was a little more confident going. And I was just so excited. I mean, London is still very introverted and very much so wanted to be at home. But it was amazing for me. I was so proud of my baby. And my baby is in high school, y'all. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. So shout out to the kids. Some people be complaining about the first day of school pictures, but I love when everybody, my Facebook timeline is full of first day of school. I love it. It's like prom. I love seeing it. It's just beautiful. I love to see the kids. So congratulations to all the babies. So may you guys have amazing school years, get straight A's, get some amazing experiences, all the opportunities out there. I love you guys. May God protect our babies these school years. And I hope it is great for all of them, for real. One more praise report. My birthday is on Sunday, baby. What?
Wait, are you singing a new happy birthday song?
I'm trying to make them sing a new happy birthday song. What's the matter?
I hope you got it downloaded, because if y'all don't know, somebody on TikTok had made a new happy birthday song, and I was just blessed to make sure that we were like a part of it.
I have been singing it. I have been sending my friends like all these new birthday songs. Like, I think y'all should be practicing. Like, I don't want the old one.
Did you do this one? Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear it.
You can.
I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you.
Oh, I like that.
I want to say happy birthday to you.
Come on, choir.
Come on, because it's your birthday. We might as well do it now. And then they did this. They said what?
Hey.
Happy birthday, fellas. Happy birthday, ladies.
Hey.
Light the candles, it's about to get crazy. Close up for babies. Everybody's on the list. Now scream your name, scream your age. It's time to make that wish. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, I like it. I like that.
I feel like that might might need to be your little, you know what I'm saying? Little shame thing.
I
You
think
know
I
what I'm
need to
saying?
at their game. Listen, friends, hello, friends.
I'm already sending it out in the agenda. I'm gonna send this to you.
Yes, please
Send it to them. They ain't got long, but it shouldn't be hard. Nobody got to rap. We know
I think they need rehearsal. My birthday Sunday. Let's just make this happen. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I
think so.
I got friends that sang. So make it happen. Please.
I think this is the cutest little birthday song I found.
It sounds so good. And it's a little, you can little dance to it. You know, it ain't like the little, yeah. I've been saying that for years. Like, can I get a happy birthday song? I did have a friend one year who, I wonder if I can find it real quick, who did a happy birthday song for me. And I play it every year because it was like, I felt like it was special because it was my birthday song. I'm about to see if I can find it. While we're talking, while we're doing hot topics, I'm going to be like searching for this video as well because I got it somewhere.
Okay.
So I'm going to look for it. Hold on. I know my thing about to go straight to talking because my YouTube page does that. Okay. All right, there we go. So I'm going to search. For the actual version of the song that a friend of mine made that I do play every year because I don't want the regular happy birthday song. But while I'm looking for that, we're gonna get in on these hot topics. So let's just get into it. Okay, let's just get into these hot topics. Listen, y'all heard of Sexy Red? You know who Sexy Red is?
Is that the one we talked to Belle last week who said something about her baby daddy? Is that her?
She did. She gonna be in Cincinnati tomorrow. So I just thought that maybe people want to go to OTR live to go support Sexy Red. She's gonna be in our city of Cincinnati. I am doing things for my birthday this weekend. That won't be it. But just in case.
You must think we have a Gen Z audience. Because our audience ain't going to that.
We got a couple. We got a couple of Gen Zers. So
a little sprinkle.
Because a couple of the ones that told me she was gonna be here.
I'm sorry, babies. Yes, Sexy Red at the OTR. What time? Go ahead, babies. Have a good time.
Yeah, I don't even know what time she's gonna be there, but
probably 7. Just show up at 7.
Okay.
Just show up at 7. That's about the time concerts start. Just show up around 7. You'll be safe to go.
Yeah, I met a few people, on a know. So Sexy Red is gonna be in Cincinnati, and in honor of Sexy Red, I'm gonna give y'all a little video. I'm looking to look at the whole video. So this dude named Marco, Funny Marco, he does interviews with celebrities, and they are always awkward and uncomfortable, but hilarious, right? I get weak. He used to do pranks and stuff. The pranks wasn't that funny to me, but these interviews are hilarious. So he was interviewing Sexy Red. So I'm gonna give y'all a snippet of the interview. I don't know if it's out yet, but I'm definitely gonna watch it just because it's Funny Marco, and I'm learning a lot about Miss Sexy Red. So here we go.
We at church right now, right? Mm-hmm. What song are you performing for the church?
My coochie pink. My booty hole brown.
Food stamps. Have you ever bought some before?
Uh-oh.
And incarcerated.
I don't know what just happened.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
Cute commercial break.
Yeah, let's try this again. That was weird. Her coochie pink and her booty hole brown. Hold on.
We at church right now, right? Mm-hmm. What song are you performing for the church?
My coochie pink. My booty hole brown.
Food stamps. Have you ever bought some before?
Uh-oh.
An incarcerated individual at St. Louis County Jail.
Baby daddy, I'm in the middle of an interview. I'm gonna call you right back. Okay, leave.
What are your cheating skills, 1 through 10?
I'm elite.
Right. Can you give the women out there good ways to cheat?
Hold on. This my other BD.
This is a free call from
This the other one. Gotta tell him I'm
an
calling back.
incarcerated individual at St. Louis County Jail.
I'm in the middle of an interview. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm with Funny Marco.
Your real name is
If you say my name, we gonna fight.
okay.
So they can look up if I had eviction before or something.
I saw that on TikTok and I screamed. I probably watched that clip about 15 times because then I said, like, is this real? Is your baby daddy's in the same jail? This cannot be real right now, right? But then the little kids in the comment section kept saying her baby daddy's is in jail. I don't know what's happening here. So who was the one you was about to fight, or was that in the past? I don't know what's happening here. What's real right now? Because that can't be real. Why you want to give me my name so they can look up my eviction? Like, bro, what?
Every time I cry laughing, that girl is so. Woo, sexy red.
Suki Holland was one of my favorites because he had brought up a picture of her and her wig before being stick. Suki Holland is like one of my favorite ones he interviewed because I had tears.
That was a good interview.
That
and
one was
Orlando Brown.
Orlando was good. Oh my God, they be really, really good. They be good.
Yeah, I really want to see that full interview. And I don't know nothing about Sexy Red, so I'm probably gonna learn a lot more about her with Funny Marco. But ooh, child. Where did that girl come from? How did she become
I don't know. I don't even know her songs. I don't know anything about her. But that's not for me to learn because I am not her in target audience, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm not going
okay
to be
with that.
It's not even I'm not going to be. Like I'm not gonna.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
It's not for me. I'm not for her. I get it. But I am interested. I'm interested in who does her hair, who doesn't do her makeup, who does her fashion. Like I want to know about the whole team.
Who doesn't do her makeup?
I want to know about I gotta stop laughing at her, but I get weak every single time because it is like, yo, who is on your label? Like who?
I don't know. I don't even know if she signed to. I don't know anything about. Listen, she's over the ram.
Like this, like
go ask the Gen Zers to come on here one day and give us a comment.
Who's sexy? I have a Gen Zer that I work with, and I try to get every Gen Z information. I know I be like picking her brain so much because she like watch Jocelyn, all that kind of stuff. I still have to. I might do it this weekend if I find time. She want me to watch the first episode really bad. She done gave me her Zeus information just so I can. But she don't listen to Sexy Red, and her friends don't either. So I don't know which Gen Z is listening to Sexy Red because she be laughing with me. Like I was like,
yeah, I like Glorilla, but.
And I said that. I told her. I said Glorilla is more polished than her. This girl is just not polished.
I like Lotto.
It's like
I really like Lotto.
It's like Sexy Red just walked up on the stage all of a sudden or something, and now she's like popular. Like, who is she, and where does she come from?
I don't know because she's been in pictures with Drake too.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. God bless Sexy Red.
Yes, but you know what, y'all? Somebody is shining right now, and I just wanted to give a shout out to this person real quick. Shout out to my girl Keke Palmer.
Come on, somebody. Jesus. That should have been my praise report. This right here. My God. Look at that queen. Look at that queen.
She is baby Candy for turning lemons into lemonade, okay? But baby, this girl was just in the latest Usher music video called Boyfriend, okay? She was featured like the leading female in it. And the video was very cute. It was very cute. She was dancing, and it was like, I liked it. The song, I got to hear it a couple of more times. I was too busy trying to watch the video. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to the words. I was really busy trying to see if any shade, if the dress from the Usher concert was gonna be in there some kind of way. I was trying to figure out exactly what I was gonna get, but it wasn't. It wasn't any direct shade to her boyfriend. It was really just like Kiki is moving on with her life and taking opportunities and still being great. And the fact that she is in Usher's video is where the shade is in the first place. My thing is, have y'all checked on Darius? Has anybody heard from Darius? Has Darius said anything? Do we know how Darius is doing? Do we know how Darius feels?
I don't pay Nanny McPhee no attention. I don't pay him no attention. I don't. That's what the IG comments is calling them, and so I'm just obliging. Nanny McPhee, the nanny, friend from the nanny. I don't know what he's doing. Probably was watching Baby Leo while she was in Usher video. I'm gonna say it was definitely petty. It wasn't just cute. It was petty, and I was here for it because while y'all was looking for the dress, I think y'all missed the concept, which was the lyrics is talking about your boyfriend was looking for me, but I'm in your mind, I'm in your thoughts, I'm in your fantasies. That's why all he got to do is look at you. And the entire video was her damn fantasy, and her fantasy was not only to be with Usher, but to be Usher. So she wearing this chain, that man's clothes, singing his tunes on the elevator, okay? And then when she wake up, she say, "Damn, I missed the concert, but I am a mother." Oh my God!
But she ain't missed the concert for real.
I was telling my friend earlier today that the only thing this was missing to make it a chef kiss is if they would have had some small cameo of the Boondocks. So like the guy, I forget his name, not Aaron, but the other guy, the actual story was about his wife and Usher, if he could have been in the elevator looking at them singing, like just a small little pay homage to Boondocks, like a TV in the background in Vegas that was playing that episode. That was all it was missing. With just that little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit of stuff, more salt.
I think she did good too. She showed some dancing skills. I was like, look at Kiki. It was cute. It was cute to me. I don't think it was that shady. What I think is shady is you get on the internet trying to claim your girlfriend.
Well, let's talk about unpopular opinion of Keke Palmer so I can get your thoughts here. I'm just gonna scroll to a couple of different comments.
Okay.
Keke Palmer ruined her relationship for attention. Keke, we really cheered Keke Palmer into single parenting. Keke Palmer is petty because she adding fuel to a fire because that is still her baby daddy. Okay. How do you feel about those hot takes from the internet?
I feel like the internet wants to place all the blame on women once again and no accountability to men. Again, Darius got on the internet, Beyonce's internet to be exact, and tried to shame Keke publicly, tried to humiliate Keke publicly. It did not go the way that he thought it would go. And now that it didn't go the way he thought it would go, it needs to be Keke's fault that Darius got on the internet and started all this. Darius still ain't been held accountable. Darius still ain't said nothing. Where is he at? What has he said? Nothing. Keke is still getting her bag, making money to make sure little Leo is okay and taken care of. Where the hell is Darius? This ain't Keke's fault because Keke ain't bringing this to the internet. Darius did. So I don't understand why we are still trying to put blame on Keke. It's a real big thing with the internet. We're making women take the blame for everything. I've noticed that. I've saw it. Women needs to always be the one to blame. At the end of the day, a woman is a scapegoat. The reason little boys aren't being men or good fathers out here in the world is because single moms are raising them to be terrible men. It's all the woman's fault. And that's the way the internet goes. So of course they're going to blame Keke. Of course it's Keke's fault. Keke ruined the family. Keke been taking care of Darius all this time, making sure Darius had a place to live, making sure Darius had food and clothes on his back. She gave Darius a damn job on her podcast.
Come on now. You better preach. What Terry said, I let family in and family fuck the family. should have been like Fun and Shade. I think we've seen artists that tear their significant other down. There's a list of them, like, you know, Future for one. Eminem told Kim she can go to hell. He was gonna put her in the back of a trunk. You know, we've had artists that really like drug and did a wedge between possibly co-parenting with another, right? If you didn't even have the context of what happened, that video would have been a regular video. If you didn't even have the context, there was nothing, you know, about it. The lyrics don't even mention old boy's name. We just saw, like, what we do a couple weeks ago where DDG or BBC, Hallie's boyfriend, said he wanted to her career, right? Like, this isn't even that. Again, if you didn't have the context, you wouldn't even have known from this video. It was very tasteful. It was very light. It was a fun shade to a pop culture moment that she capitalized and made a bag off of. I think this falls more into the box of creative expression, no different than Ariana Grande's "Thank You Next" or Beyonce's "Irreplaceable" that she said was about an ex. You know, Taylor Swift make every damn song about an ex. Right. So I really felt like it fell more into her life experience and creative expression than I feel like it's a dig. And for the men that are that upset, Darius is single. He's single. You can talk to him instead of being mad at Kiki, because y'all the only ones that's mad. Kiki ain't mad. If you want Darius to go get him, he need a place to stay, possibly. Go get him. It's about to be the winter. It's time for hibernation.
I don't understand.
So
I got one person on my status, right? One person from when we first posted and we had all that, you know, traffic going on when we first started talking about Darius and Kiki in the first place. One person is still straggling, still talking about it. And I had asked on Facebook today, like, y'all check on Darius? Like, how he doing? What's up with Darius, right? But he was like, they don't care. They don't care about his mental health and he in a dark space. And then, okay, well, was Darius? When Darius,
I think, man, how do y'all know that? How you?
But this is my thing, though. Let's say Darius is in a dark space, right? Let's say Darius is hurting and Darius is going through some mental stuff now because of what Darius did. Darius did this. Kiki didn't do this. Darius did this. Why does Darius lack accountability? Why are you guys not holding him accountable for what he did? He the one that went to social media with his relationship and did this. Darius did this, not Kiki. I thought y'all said the men were the head. The men were the leaders, right? We supposed to submit. Darius got up there and led his family into the ground. Darius put his family's business out there on social media. The man, the leader, the head. Why y'all ain't checking him? I don't understand when these guys want to come, but all of a sudden now it's on Kiki. Kiki's supposed to hold the family together. Kiki's supposed to be the one to keep everything going. But she the woman, y'all. Y'all can't have both ways. Y'all can't have it both ways. Either you're a man or you're a boy. Which one is Darius? Which one? I don't understand this. It's so weird to me.
It is, you know, people be having some real rooted issues that they project on the internet, and it shows daily. Because this really, August Alsina outed Jada Pinkett's vagina and made a song about it. 2 songs to be exact, and one called an entanglement. You know what I mean? Like, why are we acting as if this type of dynamic is new? And you know, I was, you know, indifferent to August because that was his experience. I'm like, but he did what he did, right? Like I said, I think it's an issue where, you know, we see certain lyrics, even with Eminem's problematic lyrics. You was talking about killing and offing your wife. You know, we got DDBC, LBJ, G. Ruin Holly's career.
What letter was that?
Girl, I keep adding letters because I don't know that man, you know? So, like, I don't know why we don't know the difference between I want to do some artistic expression and I want to talk about it versus, hey, you might need some therapy because what you're talking about is harmful to your co-parent, and it's harmful to other people who think like you. You may be putting a battery in their back.
Right.
So I don't know, girl. I don't care. I just feel like this ain't that big of a deal.
No, it's not. And I mean, again, we're Darius. I don't need Darius spokesmen to speak for him. If Darius got something to say, Darius can say, because Kiki has been showing us with actions and getting that bag that she's fine. So Darius, are you okay? Just wondering. Anyway, someone who says they're okay is my husband, Jamie Foxx. All right. He is looking good. He's telling everybody he is thankful. He's starting to feel like himself again. He posted pictures, y'all. He's showing us himself looking good. Good.
Look at your man. Look at your
Look at him. Ooh, how you doing? So what did irritate me is the internet is trying to say Jamie Foxx now is looking to get back with his ex-boo, Katie Holmes, because of this life-threatening situation he had. He missed her, and he would like to be in touch with her. He don't think she'll get back with him, but if he get another opportunity, he would actually take it. This is alleged, first of all. I don't like when people get on these soapbox and speak for him. Jamie ain't said this shit, so I need y'all to stop rocking with this. Jamie ain't never claimed Katie Holmes, ever. So I like the way he ain't never claimed her. He might have smashed her. He might have been on a date or two with her, but he ain't never said, my girlfriend, Katie, this is my woman, ever.
I don't think he's done that ever
with anybody.
But I think you know that he dated Katie. They was pretty deep into that, right?
That it was smashing.
Okay, girl. I'm loving this Pisces delusional behavior. Absolutely. They was
smashing, and he was smashing with other people as well, which is why they're no longer together. So this is just the thing that it was. But Jamie didn't say he missed her. Like, I don't understand why y'all trying to put words in his mouth. What Jamie said is, I am feeling like myself. This is what Jamie said. He said, God is good. I don't see Katie's name nowhere in this shit. So I'm going to need y'all to stop, okay? My man is focusing on recovery, his health. He got some movies coming out again. He's talking about producing a new film. Whose life was it? Shit, I can't think. Somebody's life story. Who was it? Somebody, hold on. I just saw it like yesterday. Shit, it ain't coming up. Well, I'll figure it out eventually. He's about to do somebody's life story. Like, he's about to get back into work and producing somebody's new Luther. He's doing Luther. I love Luther. I want to see Luther's life. I don't care about Katie. So y'all ain't got to send me that. I seen it, and I don't care. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
You getting a biopic of Luther?
Yeah, and Jamie is going to produce it.
Who's gonna play Luther?
I don't know.
Big Luther and Little Luther? They're gonna play both.
I don't know.
I might need somebody new, fresh out the box. We might not need somebody that seasoned. We might need a new actor on the scene.
It's a documentary. It's a documentary. I was told it was like a movie. Oh, okay, I see it now.
It's a documentary. Okay, that's better because I don't know who gonna play Big Luther and Little Luther. That's a lot.
Ruben.
No, that's what I'm saying. We might need somebody fresh out of school or something. Like I don't know, somebody fresh off the scene to do like that type of thing. It's okay. Let's just stick to a documentary. You can't really fuck them up too much, can you?
Yeah, I mean you can a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, y'all do Luther right. I love Luther, and I don't really want to see like extra stuff. I guess I don't really care about background secret, like family stuff. Like, I don't care about that. Do you care about that with the legends that's gone? Because they love to dig up stuff and find out scandals, and I really don't care about that.
I guess it depends on the taste that it's in. Like, if you're gonna bring up a scandal that's relevant to maybe like inside to their legacy, okay, but not salacious scandals. For example, like, I don't know if I ever needed to know about Whitney and her friend.
Yeah, I didn't need to know.
And it is not that if Whitney was bisexual or not. It just felt salacious. It felt salacious. I don't know if it was necessarily pertinent to the story. I felt like it didn't really give a whole lot of anything to it. Y'all just wanted to slide in. It
was just some tea about Whitney. Like,
it felt like tea. Or when Bobby Brown wanted to tell us he messed with Janet Jackson. Yeah. I didn't need that. Yeah. I didn't need that because it didn't add anything to your overall story. It just slid some tea in there, and I didn't need that.
Okay, because Vernell's saying it was already out there. Even if it's already out there, it doesn't add to the
It
life
didn't
of
add
Whitney
to the
Houston,
story though.
Whitney Houston's accolades or anything about her. I don't care about who she slept with on the side and what she liked. They didn't really do anything for me.
It didn't give me anything about Whitney though. Like, right? So like the story was out there, but it wasn't really well crafted within her story. It just felt like an outlier. Like, oh, and
Right.
by the way, they said this happened too, and it was brought in. Like, if you was gonna give it to me, give it to me. Was she with her every day? Was it hard for her to go back to Bobby? Like, I just sprinkled that in.
Right.
And it was just very salacious. You didn't really give much on that story. And didn't that lady write a whole book about her and Whitney?
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get none of that.
And I think it was more so about her than Whitney. I think it was more so about Robin's story and making Robin feel seen versus Whitney.
That's
Because
fine.
if Whitney wanted Robin to be seen, Whitney would have made Robin be seen. She
wouldn't have, girl. Whitney ain't nobody coming out back then.
But if Whitney wanted to, she would have. She ain't want to.
Now that I'm gonna have to disagree on. They probably was scissorings. Okay.
No,
but
as
far as like stepping out with her, that was never gonna happen.
It got to a point to where Whitney chose Bobby. She chose Bobby over Robin.
But I want to know if was Robin significant enough? Like, was it a struggle? We're not gonna act like the LGBTQIA element OP, like my community been able to come out whenever they wanted to. They didn't. So did she really care about Robin but chose Bobby because she knew Robin wasn't going to be good for her career? Now that would have been an interesting dynamic, but instead we just dropped the T and left.
I think they implied that, but they ain't say it.
I needed a little bit more. If we're gonna out it out there, we're gonna out it out there.
Did you watch the Whitney Houston one that was on Netflix?
No, ma'am. I'm done with Whitney. I want everybody else.
That's where you might need to see it because that's where they gave us all of that on there.
Oh, on the Netflix one. I think I watched the Lifetime. Girl, I don't know. They done messed up Whitney's story about 15 times.
No, the Netflix one, they gave us more about Robin. They gave us her dad didn't approve of it. Her dad had told Robin, you need to start dressing a little bit more like a female. Like you got a little bit more.
So then that makes more sense. That's why I said, like, I don't want to discount Robin's experience with Whitney because we know what time it is. And so they probably couldn't really do what they wanted to do. But the other ones, because I ain't watched the Netflix one, it was just tea that was given or it was completely left out. And so you know, as long as it's written into their story, I'm okay with talking about the scandals. If you're just going to gloss over it and just give me the salacious stuff and it's one-sided and I don't see both, like I don't need all that.
I feel like sometimes when they give us the scandals, they focus on the scandals so much that it takes away from the other stuff that they have going. And with the one on Netflix, I think maybe because Robin was brushed away so much, they were trying to focus on it more. But maybe
you know whose biopic I want to see that's real controversial?
Whose?
Bill Cosby. I think that'll be a very interesting story if written correctly. Because you have to make sure that Bill's character is very well developed. That 1 minute we loved him and 1 minute it was like you have to really write his story as a human experience for it to be a really well written story.
It'd be hard though.
I want to see it. I want to see Camille and I want to see her experience. I want to see a Bill Cosby.
But I don't know if they could do that because you can't. The way that it would be great if it's true honesty and it's all the way from all perspectives, right? You either gonna get glossed over and we're not gonna get any of the other stuff, and it's gonna be how he and Camille feel, or it's gonna be from victim's perspective. We're not gonna get like a balance of everything.
You can get a balance of everything. It just depends on how they write it and whether or not they're gonna give certain characters points of view for a short time in the movie. But you can definitely fit it in there. You just have to be an excellent writer to do it. I feel like for example, with the first Black Panther, right? Killmonger character was amazing because even though he was a villain that you could relate to.
We was rocking with him. We was rooting for Killmonger.
Right? You could rock with him in areas. And so the way that Ryan Coogler wrote him, right? You couldn't stand him in certain parts and then you understood him in certain parts. So I feel like it can happen because we got the backstory with how Killmonger became Killmonger by watching his dad die. Those small little tidbits gave you an understanding into his character. So they definitely can write it in such a way. I just don't know who is going to do it, but I want to see Bill. I want to see that.
I would probably watch it. Pretty.
I will watch it.
Say hello, people.
Hello.
Hello, baby. You're so cute. I think.
Say hey. Say hi, Auntie Karma.
Hey, time to drop. He's so excited to be in the camera.
Yes. Now look. Now he ain't
Just
gonna
let
go
him be. Just let him be.
now he ain't gonna go nowhere. Now he a star. Okay. Now he a star.
Yes, as he is and as he should be.
What's Vernell saying? He said they didn't mention the girl that was smashed in the back of the trailer. Is that from the movie?
He was
The Jim Bobby Brown movie. It was Madonna.
Oh, I don't want to see Madonna. I'm not a fan of Madonna, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I don't care. I don't care.
All right, well let's move on to another story. So I got Renell, since he's in the chat, he can say something about this. You hear about this? With Paramount decided to end the auction. I thought Tyler Perry had it made. I thought he owned VH1 and BET Plus, or BET, but clearly he didn't. Paramount still owns it, and they decided to pull it because they wanted $3 billion, and Tyler Perry offered $2 billion. What do you think about this? I'm gonna go put him.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I didn't know how BET was going. I've already said this. I like Tyler Perry in certain aspects. I like Tyler Perry in certain aspects. Like I do like his plays and certain things that he wrote, right? I also hate that Tyler Perry, at some points did not allow other writers into the room, and it showed through his work. I cannot stand that some of his scripts are written where great actors and actresses, I feel like, are pulling teeth to give us a good, decent film. And I don't like that he doesn't really spend a whole lot into his production. I have a lot of issues with Tyler Perry as far as his creativity. So I didn't know what it would look like if he owned BET, and would it just look like a bunch of his sitcoms. I wasn't sure. So I wasn't really super excited because he didn't give a whole lot of writers and stuff opportunities on his way up because he had bad experiences with them. So I wasn't on one side or the other. I didn't really care. Sometimes we be glamorizing Black people buying things, but really sometimes they just gonna gentrify it and do what the white people do anyway. Sometimes it's not, it doesn't matter who owns it. And I just wasn't sure if Tyler Perry was gonna give what needed to be gave, or if he was gonna come back and give us like the OWN network did. And the OWN network ain't really owning, So I don't care. I don't care about Tyler Perry. Do y'all care? $2 billion, like he can make his own. $2 billion? How much do it cost to make a network?
I guess you still got to build that network, and I guess showing how hard it could be to build the network up to where VH1 and BET must already have the base that he was looking for or kind of wanted.
He was going to pay $2 billion. We're talking about billion though.
Yeah, that's
true. I mean, how much
that's
do
true.
you need though? $2 billion? Like, you telling me you couldn't start off on a cute little app here? Because there's content creators with an app.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't slowly build that up with $2 billion?
We watched Oprah build OWN. So I don't understand how Oprah and Tyler Perry could be like this close and her not giving him the tips, And maybe she told him it's too hard to start over. Maybe OWN is not bringing what they need to bring. I don't know. I don't know.
It was. I mean, him not bad. $2 billion is a lot. Why even need to acquire that? Just start your own TP network or something.
And
maybe
he should be good too.
I'm not sure.
He can get his own. He totally got enough content for it, but
$2 billion on it though. He got $2 billion on it. You telling me you couldn't find other stakeholders to help with that, and you got $2 billion? You tell me Jay-Z got a couple mil. Diddy got revoked.
Tyler Perry's gonna have, if he really wants to have like a successful network channel, whatever, he gonna have to get over that him writing everything. He gonna have to do something else. Cause I get burnt out on the Tyler Perry storylines. I ain't gonna lie to you, like the shows and all that kind of stuff. Now I do watch Ruthless now. Ruthless is definitely a show that I am watching right now. That is Tyler Perry's that got me in a chokehold. It is so strange, but it is so good at the same time. I can't like take my eyes off. It was like a train wreck, but I just keep watching it. But it does show the lack of resources that Tyler Perry uses in his stuff, wigs, outfits, actors, actresses. Like some, you just be like if he had some other writers in the room with him, I think the stories would develop a little bit better. It'd be more authentic and believable. So it'd be kind of hard. Like I'll be seeing like the vision, but it just don't be executed right. Where it's like, right. So I really want Tyler Perry to bring more people on board. I don't know what you do, get some healing, go to the sound bath or whatever to figure it out. But you got to do better, bro, because that ain't
I
gonna work.
think he said he's gonna try it again. I think I saw a report, but I don't know, so don't quote me on it. But I think he's gonna try and open a room for more actors. But who knows, girl? But I didn't have any hope in Tyler Perry reviving BET, if I'm gonna be honest. I think you will also need to pull in some Gen Zs, right? Like you would need to be able to really diversify Blackness. It can't be monolith. You would have to bring a lot of different programming in, and I don't know if Tyler does that. Tyler is for a specific set audience.
Mm-hmm. And maybe that channel would just be for that audience.
He needs just to do a Tyler Perry network, and it could just be his audience on the app. Just do that and call it a day.
Streaming services is doing real good now. Like,
go buy Tubi.
No. No.
Y'all keep playing with Tubi. Tubi is just like Netflix when it first came out. Remember, Netflix literally had no movies that we knew of, and it was like $4 a month. Blockbuster was still out. And now look at Netflix. Tubi is starting off just like a Netflix to me, and in a better sense because you can put your own content on Tubi.
Yeah. I mean, I like Tubi for a whole bunch of people are getting chances to showcase their art on Tubi. I will give them that. But a lot of them are very not good. But that's just opinions. That's just opinions. So someone else that is not in a good space is Michael Oher. Remember Michael Oher? Do y'all know Michael Oher? So Michael Oher was he was the inspiration for a film, an Oscar-winning film called The Blind Side. The Blind Side stars Sandra Bullock. Now, this was a movie that my mother actually loves very, very much. To me, I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie. It's a good movie. The acting is good. Whatever, the storyline is good. It's not a bad movie. It's an irritating movie for me because it's one of those movies that portray a white savior where the black person is down and out, and a white person come in and save them and make them good. And look what we did for this little black person. So that's how the movie was. It was supposed to be based on the life of Michael Oher, and you have to watch the movie to understand the story. But what came out recently is that Michael Oher was like misled about some things. He was told that he was signing some papers for the family that he became a part of to actually adopt him legally, and it wasn't. It was a a conservatory situation where they get to be over his stuff, and they were actually over, I guess, the filming, and they got royalties. Everybody in the family allegedly got royalties from the movie, the Oscar-winning movie, except for Michael, which is weird because it's his story. So how does he not get any money from a movie that's based on his life? Well, he signed that paperwork, and that's how it did. So right now, he has some legal stuff going on where he's trying to get them to not be able to profit off of his name anymore. And also he wants the books to see how much money they've actually made from his name in the movies and stuff like that. And they never actually legally adopted him like he thought. So, and the movie was good. It portrayed them as a good little family or whatever. Again, it was a cute movie or whatever. And initially I was trying to figure out like, how is it? Because this happened. He's 37 right now. So he's grown. I think he's not even in the NFL no more, but he had a decent career, I guess, with the NFL. And, he went to college and he went on with his life, or whatever. He recently got married. Now my butt was like, what color was the person he married? I was trying to figure that out to see like why now all of a sudden he's like estranged from his family. What's going on? Like what happened? And I found a picture of his wife. He actually married a sister. So, okay, Michael Oher, I see you with your sister next to you. But what do you think about this story and everything that's going on? Were you surprised that they used this young man to come up? Or were you like, oh, yeah, that happens a lot?
Hell no, I wasn't surprised. I'm waiting on the shit. I'm waiting on the Freedom Rider. So y'all remember the Freedom Rider story? With Hillary Shank. Shit, I'm
Yep.
waiting on them kids to come out too and tell me this shit. I'm not. I'm not surprised at all. Usually, I wait on more information before I give an opinion, especially when it's like an open like case or an open whatever. But this one, I'm gonna ride and die for. I believe every single word. And to add some context, he said that because I actually read the 14-page legal petition.
Oh, okay.
So I actually read through it like a couple days ago, and the timeline is that right when he turned 18, right before he went to Ole Miss, the NCAA at that time in 2005 was when players were not allowed to receive any money. Right, you weren't allowed to work or whatever. You just had to be on scholarship. So the only money you could receive was from family. So what they told him is that, hey, because you're 18, you're going to sign what is called a conservatorship. And this is how we're going to be able to send you the additional funding that you may need in college, because the NCAA says that you can't have any extra money. So he signed that with the understanding he was actually being adopted. He didn't know what conservatorship was.
Right.
And the reason why he didn't is because the person who was representing him at that time as well was a family friend. So the agent was also a family friend of the two. Okay. So fast forward, he gets into the NFL, and you know when checks be coming in, you don't be knowing your money missing. Right? Like, so he's young, he getting the checks from the NFL. They do the movie. He's actually said for years now the movie was inaccurate, but he wasn't going to harbor on it because it was inspiring for other people. But he said that movie was not accurate.
Yeah, they say it made him seem like he wasn't like intelligent, and he actually was very smart. He knew about sports before they got with him.
That he was already attending the school before them, all of these different things before them, and he met them towards the senior year, and then he spent the night, and things kind of developed with them. Once the movie came out, the Tui family had a different representation. So he had the family friend named that he called Aunt Deb as his particular contract person or agent, and they had something called like creative director or whatever. And in their contract with this film, they received $225,000 and even secured that amount for their two biological children. And then 2.5% of any royalties from the film, and the film made over $330 million in the box office. He didn't get that same deal. Instead, he signed a paper, but he doesn't remember signing it, but he signed away his rights to Fox Century on his own story. So
why
now
would he do
he's
that?
out of the NFL in 2016, and they actually have been estranged, according to him, for years now. But he just recently found out in February of 2023 that it was actually a conservatorship and what that means versus an adoption. And before y'all ask, yes, they could have adopted his grown ass in that state. That state allows for adult adoption. So the fact that they never actually went through with an adoption and they chose a conservatorship is already suspect to me, because there was a different way you could have did that and you didn't. And you didn't explain it to him at all. Now, they did do a recent press conference, girl, because I posted my notes. And they're saying, the Tui family is saying that they have never withheld any funds. In fact, their claim is that the husband sold his company and received $225 million or somewhere in that ballpark, so he never needed Michael Orr's money. They also said that he was aware of the conservatorship and talked about it in his book in 2011. They said that he has always been able to freely make his own contracts. They only did it for that time frame, and they forgot all about the conservatorship. And they said that they have text messages in their family group chat of him telling them, you either need to pay me $15 million or I'm going public that y'all made a conservatorship. That's their claim that their lawyers put out. And mind you, even if he mentioned it in his book in 2011 that he was under a conservatorship, doesn't mean he understood what's the context of that book in 2011, because he thought that meant adoption.
Right.
So he never said he didn't know he was under one. He said he didn't know that that's not what that meant.
Right.
So what? So if you're gonna bring that book up, you need to show me the section where it says they did a conservatorship and they were in charge of blah 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 blah. You know. So until somebody gives me that, see, I'm 100% right with Michael Orr, and I think they did it. Because why did you do a conservatorship if you had the legal ability to adopt him in the first place?
So I personally, in high school, I had dated a football player. And I went to a predominantly white school, you know, and it was a Division I school, and schools was looking at them and all that kind of stuff for college, right? Um, one of the guys that I dated was a football player, and he like lived with his family, who was a black family, and we were all like in Wyoming or whatever. But somehow, senior year, one of the white players' family members that wasn't as good as the guy I dated, ended up having him move in with them, right? Saying like the living situation to be a little bit better. He can focus more. They would help him with his studies, help him with, you know, this, that, and the other stuff. And we all was like, why are you staying with them all of a sudden? Like, it was just really, really weird. But he ended up like staying there for a little while, but stuff got weird and he left and went back to his family. But it was weird because it was like he could tell that they were like trying to groom him because they saw like a meal ticket out of him, right? So I do know that they do that. They see that little person and they see the potential. Oh, we're gonna take him in and we're gonna figure this out. So hearing the story and watching that movie, instantly when I first saw the movie, made me think about that because I watched it. I remember him saying like, so they would give him certain stuff and say certain things, little words, and it was like weird. Now he went on and played football in college. He ended up doing just fine without that family because he was intelligent enough to be able to do so. But it was still weird how I feel like they were preying on this young man to get, you know, like, oh, this can be our ticket into such and such, because their son wasn't as good as him to make it in the NFL like this particular player would have been. So I think that that's what happened, Michael Orr. I think it is very possible. I think that it happens all the time, and it's just unfortunate that they took advantage of him like that. One thing that also I saw going viral, and Vernell actually had posted this, was that people are calling for Sandra Bullock to lose her Oscar about
For what?
and I'm like, she did her job. She got a script, she acted, and she did what she was supposed to do. She ain't
Who's
got
saying that? When they be making this up, I haven't heard any of this. Who is saying this? Like, who's trending this? Who said this?
Fans, goofy fans. You know what I mean?
But did they really, or was it like 2 or 3 tweets, and this particular media source ran with it? Because for the overwhelming like stuff I've seen between like TikTok and Black Twitter or whatever, I haven't seen. I sure don't think the white people asked of this, so I'm assuming it was Black people, right? I haven't seen anything from Black people as a majority voice.
A lot of Black people like Sandra. Actually, we ain't worried about her. She was.
I don't think Sandra came up for real at all. I think people are interested to see if Sandra's gonna speak out, because Sandra has also adopted 2 Black children. Right. So I think people are interested to know Sandra's point of view. But I have not seen no overwhelming tweets, no dissertations, no TikToks about people asking for her Oscar. This is why I be saying, I be thinking this shit is made up. Y'all done took 3 or 4 tweets and made it seem like it's the majority, and now y'all harassing that lady. We don't care about Sandra like that.
I mean, she did what she was supposed to do. It was a script. She acted. People liked her acting. She won an Oscar. She deserved the Oscar for the film. Like, that's weird. That had nothing to do with
it. It's something like a Fox 19 or somebody wrote that. It's given very polarizing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe that story is true in my spirit. I feel like it's fake news. I don't think nobody's asking for that. No one cares about Sandra. I care about Leanne, and I want her to come to the stadium and to the testimony, and I want her to explain to us, what did you do prior that made you this amount of money? Because at this point, since that movie, right, majority of your profits and proceeds have been that foundation off that boy story, speaking engagements, and books, right, that y'all have been able to continuously profit for years now off of that blockbuster hit. So I want Leanne and Sean to come up, and I want them two kids. I know the son said a little bit. He's the one that said that there was group text of him saying he wanted $15 million.
Who said that? SJ.
Because I don't know what he do for a living neither. And that's funny coming from somebody who was in a deal to get $225,000.
And ain't
So
did
I still
nothing.
don't know what you do.
And ain't did nothing.
And ain't did nothing. And if y'all had that money, right? Because I think that I really want to say he said he sold it for a couple of million and never needed Michael Orr's money. If that was the case, then why is the blind side from Leanne's perspective and not Michael Orr's? And why were y'all in that contract deal?
Right.
If you really didn't need the money.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you even agree
Mm-hmm.
for any of the proceeds to come to you?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing his background, his history of being, from a mother with addiction, having 12 siblings and no real connection to them, why didn't you just allow him to build his legacy? You
and
already
also
had
knowing that NFL was not guaranteed. That's not guaranteed money for him. He could have got hurt. His career could have been, like anything. Why not set up your son to succeed?
They said this too. They said that they made a trust fund for that grown man that ain't seen it. How you gonna make him a trust? They said that they made him a trust fund.
Okay.
You making somebody you didn't even adopt a trust fund, and you want me to believe that?
Right.
Because he family that you didn't adopt? And then they said even his mother came to the conservatorship. This was their lawyer. Okay, but his mother suffered from addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And he had already signed the conservatorship thinking it was an adoption. This still isn't giving what you think it gave. Because I don't know if everybody involved really knew what that meant.
Right.
Girl, I'm waiting on him to get his point. I don't believe not one word they said. Because they still have not answered the question, why did you choose a conservatorship over adoption? They did not answer that question.
Didn't the father come out and say something like they wasn't able to adopt him because he was
It's 18? A lie. It's a lie. In their state, they can legally adopt an adult.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. It wasn't true, but he did try to say something. I think it's weird that people be trying to test people's intelligence like you can't look something up. Reading is fundamental.
They asked that in a press conference and they didn't really answer the question either. So until that question is answered, that makes sense. Everything about this conservatorship seems very much a lie. And I don't care if he knew 5 years ago. I really don't care when he knew. It still doesn't take away for me that you took advantage of an 18-year-old and had them sign a conservatorship for a movie deal prior to going to NFL. I don't like it.
They didn't get no money from. But okay.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right, listen, we got 2 more things, y'all. Viral post of the day. Let's see. This came from the neighborhood talk, right? It's a text message conversation. Who's wrong here? Okay. A gentleman texts a female and says, "Hey, are we still on for tomorrow night?" The lady said, "Hey, boo, I was wondering if you can come by and I cook for you. Honestly, I didn't use the money you sent me for an outfit and nails for the date. I was behind in a couple of bills, so I used it for that." He texts us back and he says, "Bro, you paying me back. You've been blowing me off for months to link because your hair and nails are never done and you need a new outfit. I sent you $450 to get all that done and you don't use it. Now you invite me back to your house. Originally said I could not come due to us never linking in person, but now before you letting me come in, I want my $450 back." She said, "Yeah, my hair and nails and stuff never done because I pay bills, which is what I use your money on. So excuse the F out of me for being grown. I'm not paying you back because why it matter what I spent the money on you sent me? You're being weird." Who wrong, Karma? Who wrong? So
I don't even understand what he's talking about. So he mad because she didn't use the $450 for what he intended to use for? Is that what we're trying to figure out?
He's been asking her out for a date for a while, and she keeps turning him down, saying she can't go because her hair not done, her nails not done. She need an outfit to wear, right? And he would ask to come to her house or whatever, and she said, "Well, no, we can't meet like that because we never met in person. We need a date first." So he sends her $450 because she said her hair ain't done, her nails ain't done, she ain't got nothing to wear. So he said, "Here goes some money for your hair, your nails, and your clothes," and they supposed to meet Friday. She agreed to the date to meet up on Friday. He sent her the money. She don't use the money for her hair, nail, and clothes. She used the money to pay bills. So now she like, "Hey, so I know you gave me that money. You're supposed to go out on Friday, but I ain't use the money for what I told you I was going to use it for. I used it to pay my bills. So how about you come to my house and I cook for you?" And he like, "Bruh, you said one thing, use it for something else, give my money back. She said, nah, I was being grown and paying my bills. I don't understand the problem. Who was wrong?
I don't know if it's about necessarily who was wrong or it was just some poor communication skills. When you give people money, in my opinion, I don't like money that come with a whole lot of whatever. If somebody says, "Can I use $20 for gas?" but they chose to prioritize, buying something at the store over your gas, that's just what it is. You're supposed to just give it without necessarily return. In this particular case, it sounds like they agreed upon a transaction. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you this money for us to do these specific things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like old girl should have, before paying the bills, told him, I know that you set this money specifically as a way for us to make this transaction of going out, right? Like, but I have bills to pay. So do you want this money back? Because it was something specifically that you were going to benefit from. And that's the thing. He gave her money that was going to benefit him, which was going out on a date with her. And so it was more of a transactional than it was a, here is some money.
Right.
Or you need some help and here's the money for the help.
Right.
It's transactional, ma'am. So he wanted to go out on a date for $450 and you talking about cooking him some baked chicken and and if you were not able to do that because there was a priority set for your bills, that's fine. Then you should have went ahead and explained that to that young man. And not. So I guess I understand at the same time why she didn't feel like she necessarily had to. Like, you gave me the money. If I chose to prioritize it, what you give it to me for. But I do think this was a transactional situation. This wasn't your friend. This was somebody who wanted to court you. Why the hell did he give $450?
I think, and this is just my thought, right? This is my thought. I think that he gave her the amount that she said it was going to take for her to get that done. My bundles, my hair is going to cost this, but my nails is going to be this amount. You know what I mean? That, like, you know what I mean? Because it's expensive to get your hair done. I'm gonna go to get a sew in. I'm about to get my
They didn't have that type of relationship for him to invest $450.
Right, he shouldn't invest.
And that's his learning experience. There's nothing wrong with wanting to court a woman. I'm glad that you would make ways in order for you to court someone, right? But there is a certain level that should have been on at $450 just for her to go out, and then you still would have paid for the date. Is way too much of an investment too early on.
I agree.
That's his learning curve right there. Yeah. You asking for a transactional deal. You don't even know her like that to be giving her no $450 damn dollars.
Right.
And as a result, she chose to prioritize that over something else. You know why? Because she don't know you like that. And she wasn't as invested in your transaction.
Right.
To see you.
So question, does he have a case to sue her to get his money back?
There wasn't a contract.
Like, what if he has text message of conversations like this text message conversation right here?
No, because when you gave the money, you never say there was no contract. You didn't say, if you don't do this, you're going to return the funds. You just gave her the money. So technically that's a gift. What are you going to court for? This was not a binding agreement.
I've watched enough Judge Judy and stuff where they use texts and stuff like this.
But it's a contractual agreement, right? So if I say to you, like, you call me and you say, I need $100 to get my car fixed. And I said, okay, but if you don't get your car fixed, you got to pay me back the $100. Then that's a contractual agreement. Or I'm going to pay it back to you on Thursday. That's a contractual agreement. I can take that to court.
Is the contractual agreement that she owes him a date with her hair and nails done? Because that's what
I don't know if the judge can submit to that. I don't think that's
he might not be able to get his money back, but he should still be able to get his date, and she should look presentable.
Because he didn't necessarily say in those text messages that you read, I'm giving you this $450 and you got to go on a date with me by Friday. Like, you really were doing this in hopes of going to that. Okay, I'll pay for that. To me, that would sound like a gift in court. Okay. That is not a binding agreement. You were not expecting any money back.
Right.
I can't make that lady go out on a date with you. Right. You should have asked for your money. It's done. It's over with. You got played.
Yeah.
You got played.
I
Don't
think at the end of the
invest
day,
a
that's
whole
what it
lot
comes
on
down
these
to.
people you don't know like that, right?
Yeah.
Male or female. This is a great example for a male, you know, because we'll dog males for not wanting to really court, right? Well, here's a learning experience. Everybody ain't got to be courted. If there's not an effort on her end of investment, why are you
If this is a woman that
$450?
you don't know, let's just be very clear, fellas. If this is the woman that you do not know and you're trying to get to know to take out on a date, you don't have to pay for her hair, nails, makeup, and outfit. She needs to provide that herself, okay?
Absolutely. That needs to be something she comes to with that imaginary table y'all be talking about with. She should be able to be in a space where she should be able to get herself together for a date. Whether that's her nails done, her babysitter, her this, her that. That should be something she takes care of because it's a first date. And then you should be paying for whatever activity you design for y'all to go on a date with. And that courting should happen. Paying $450 for your nails and stuff done, that is a girlfriend access card. That is not somebody.
If that's always her excuse, go with somebody else. Y'all got to start learning how to let go. If she acting like she ain't interested, move on.
Because that's the facts of the matter. She wasn't interested. She was not interested. You can't tell me she ain't had no homegirl that could have threw on a quick, like, she wasn't interested.
I need to get my hair, nails, and makeup done. Shout out to Rachel. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. I will tag her because I'm going to get her this shameless plug. Because if I need to get my hair, makeup, and nails done, I got a homegirl I can call to do that. I ain't got to pay $450. Even if I tell you $450, I can show up and get her like $100 and still look amazing and use the rest of that money for my bills.
Absolutely. Everybody got a girl circle where we'll get you through, bitch. I got some clothes up in here you can go shopping to. You know, sis got some press-on nails we can do. I do your makeup. Such and such gonna do your hair. If she was ready to go, her girls would have made sure she was ready, sir. If y'all don't know that tea, when we are broke, the homies got it. Somebody's babysitting. The friend that do the bomb makeup in the group is beating faces. It's not this deep. $450. That was literally her Duke Energy bill he paid for. That was
she ain't want to go. And y'all got to start paying attention. And that's one thing about it with fellas when it comes to dating women. Don't be investing before you get to know the lady. Like the women that be demanding. Because it is some women that demand a lot on a first date. Like I've seen women say, "Oh yeah, he got to at least spend like $400 on the first date." Absolutely not.
Doing that.
That's ridiculous.
Not in this goddamn economy. That's what said they act their goddamn tax bracket. Y'all like $1,500, $2,100 in some state. You talking about somebody got to take you out on the first date? That's ridiculous.
And they say, "Oh, ice cream. Take me out for ice cream, girl. You better get you some ice cream." Let
me just stay in the tax bracket I'm used to. Because honestly, you know, courting could be a cute date at a coffee shop. Yes. It could be a picnic. It can be a whole bunch of things.
We got free concerts every week. Like in the summer, we got free concerts.
Week we got free concerts downtown. Y'all can go to a cute little jazz spot in Nostalgia downtown, which is free admission. So all you doing is paying for a drink. There are tons of low-cost fun dates, right? Where you're not putting such a monetary investment for somebody that's not gonna last long. Y'all crazy up here asking for these. I don't want to say that. If your standard is 5-star restaurant, God bless you, and finding someone where the 5 stars ain't a big deal for them, right? That's chump change for them. They're not Martell Holt where the 1,500 gonna break their pocket. That's why I said I'm gonna stay in my tax bracket because I think that that's a little too much to me. So it's me. It's not them. It's me. That's too much.
It's us. It's us, sis. It's us.
That's too much.
Okay, and then let's go to the last video. Viral video of the week. Karma submitted this one, y'all. So let's. Oh Lord, it's long too, y'all. Let's watch this and let's have a quick discussion because we got kids and stuff.
I'm gonna show you. Nobody can eat. Nobody can eat. Nobody move. Don't see the shit I go through, y'all. This is the shit I go through. See this? I work all day. All day.
What is wrong with you?
What you mean what's wrong with you? You got your son eating before me. How he get a plate before I do?
It's not no problem because he was here before you first.
What's the issue? Who pay bills here?
Okay, what's wrong with my son?
Who paid all the rent? The cable bill, the Wi-Fi bill. Look at him.
You go eat, ain't you?
Your son eating before me?
Okay, but you go.
And I take care of little dog. Little dog damn it disrespectful.
But you go get a plate. So why are you complaining?
Look at this shit, y'all. Listen. I'm gonna explain this to y'all. I work 12-hour days, construction, build. You know how this shit go. 80-degree weather out there, 90-degree weather. I come home. She got curry. What she got? What she cooked today?
Some curry chicken.
Curry chicken. Look, her son is eating before me.
Plate, though, so what's the issue? You have the plate. So what's the
You
issue?
do shit like this all the time. I told you about that. I told you about that.
Eating. So what's the problem? You're still eating.
Layana,
I still have food for you.
I'm tired of this shit, bro. You disrespectful.
Okay,
like
so you don't want to eat?
It ain't about me not wanting to eat. How the why your son got to play before me?
Because he's a
Do he
child.
Do he pay bills here? Do he pay bills here?
No, but he was here first.
So how the play?
Now, what's the issue? You still
Because I'm the one who pays bills.
It's okay. You still have food too.
It ain't about me having food, bro. You missing the whole man. I work all. I should get a plate first. I'm supposed to get a plate first. You gonna feed him before?
You always complaining about this. Everybody eat.
It's not about.
We all eat together then.
Listen,
It won't be no
Layana,
difference.
what I tell you when you moved in? That I'm the man of this house and I should be treated as such, right? All you gotta do is cook and do your thing and
And it's a hot meal
get your
every
kid.
night.
I keep your hair done. I keep your mother big. I take care of little dog who not even my mother son. I take care of him, you, and this how you.
It's a hot meal.
Every time I come home, little dog eating before me.
I don't get the problem because everybody eats in this house daily.
You don't get the problem?
No.
I'm gonna show you the problems. Excuse me, bro. Excuse me. I'm gonna show you.
Throw the food away.
I'm gonna show you.
That is so petty.
I'm gonna show you. Nobody can eat. Nobody can eat. Nobody move. Don't touch me, Leon. Nobody can eat.
That's so
Nobody
petty.
can eat. Nobody can eat. How about that? Y'all, and you know what? I want y'all in my house. Everybody, y'all get out.
That's so petty.
Yeah, you can get out.
That's
All
so
that.
petty.
All that.
Wow.
Well, nobody eats. Since I don't eat first, nobody eat. Y'all can get up. Get y'all, bro. Get out, bro. Leon, I'm done with this relationship. Leon, I'm done with this relationship. We're done.
And that's fine.
You and your son can go.
That's fine. I just like
You and your son can go. You and your son can go. Y'all can go. I'll make him some curry chicken before me. How you gonna make him? But how's that a big deal? Leon, I pay for it.
It don't matter.
I paid for it. But it's not a big deal.
Wow.
It's not a big no, bro. I'll clean all that up. Y'all just get off. Get your son, y'all leave. Go. No, he ain't gotta get nothing. Y'all can just leave now, bro. I'll pack your. I'll come back. I'm heated.
No, police.
Bro, get out my house, bro.
I am.
Now, like, leave. Like, I'll pack your shit up. I want y'all out. And little bro, y'all, you can go. This ain't my mother.
You in this house.
Go. Go. Out of here. Don't try to feed your son before me.
Right. So it is the wonderful debate that we get a few times a year about who gets the plate first when you cook. But we get to see it now in action. I don't know if this is a real situation or if they did it for clout. However, we're going to treat it as if it's a real situation. Absolutely not. F around and find out when it comes to me on some situation like this. First and foremost, you're not going to show your whole ass in front of my child. That's going to be first and foremost. I didn't like the way that was discussed in front of a child. I didn't like the disrespect of him coming in there and spitting all this stuff. And he keeps saying, your son, your son, your son. Don't like that. If I'm ever in a space where I am living with someone with my children, you need to look at them as your children as well, or you won't be around my children. That's just that simple. So to treat them as if your son, he's your son too. You don't want your son to eat, sir? You were at work. Why wouldn't your son be eating while you're at work? Is he supposed to wait to eat until you get home and sit down? If there's enough food in the house to feed everyone, why the hell does it matter who was eating first and who was eating second and who was eating last? Really stupid, really ridiculous. I'm sick of this argument and it's dumb to me. But what really pissed me off was he had the audacity to take her son's plate outside and toss it in the ground. Baby. The level of physical fighting that would have happened at that moment would have been ridiculous. Absolutely. Sis, Why are you even with a man like this? You know this man. You know how this man is before you got with him. He said this something he been complaining about for a long ass time. Why you move your baby in with this man? Why'd you do that? I don't even understand this situation. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I promise you, I would be in prison for murder if somebody snatches my child plate as they eating and throw it out. Ain't no way. Absolutely ain't no way. That is just no. This is no. No. Karma, I can't even see this ever. Absolutely not. No.
I feel like every time these I don't know the word I'm looking for as it's getting late, but every time these dumbass questions and conversations come up every couple of months, right? And then we have this huge ordeal about, you know, who should eat first, or who should be sitting in the front seat of a car. Should it be the wife or the mom? Like these little small tidbits. I really feel like it goes to the growth society has to do and the way that we view relationships altogether.
Yeah.
Right? Like some of these conversations and the way that they are conversations is a problem within itself.
Mm-hmm.
There should be no reason why we got aliens on this planet and inflation is $2,200 that you throwing kids plates outside because you feel disrespected, right? There's just too much shit going on in the world that Keke Palmer and Usher is breaking men's soul down to their core. There just needs to be like a bigger conversation about why is this even a thing? Like, why do you feel disrespected, and why do you need a sense of control like that? What trauma has happened to you? Did you not eat at all? So you think you should eat first because you worked? Like, what is it? It's very sad. I felt so sorry for that young lady as she seemed to be a single mom per the little rant he was giving her. That people also have to remember as a single mother or father, sometimes it leaves us vulnerable for people to try to come in and do a savior moment, but really they just want power over your situation and weaponize your trauma. And then on the opposite end of that, there are a lot of men who have this mindset that really needs to explore and go to therapy about why your ideas are coming from such a controlling and abusive standpoint, and who did it to you first that you learned that behavior from. It's unfortunate. I would have went to jail. I dog shit out of him with that plate. Flat the hell out. Flat out. I would have blacked out. I'd have went to jail. I already know that about myself. That's why I'm single. I can't be playing with some of y'all men because I'm gonna go to jail.
Not about my kids. Absolutely not about my kids. That is for me. That's my trigger, right? I can take a lot of stuff. I don't really care. I be unbothered and unfazed when it come to me. You know what I'm saying? But you can do the smallest thing to one of my babies, and I am triggered. That is absolutely not okay. So you took when he snatched my baby's plate, I would have dived across there. You wouldn't even got the plate outside playing with me.
Girl, Russell would have never. Russell would have never treated his son like that.
Would never.
He don't treat his oldest son like that now. Future. Russell
you know why Russell
wouldn't
do that? Because that is Russell's child.
Absolutely.
This whole your son. Nah, bruh. Can't be with you. And this is why Sierra got it right. This is why so many of y'all were triggered by Russell, because he understands the assignment. When you step to a woman with a child, you understand they come as a package, right? So it's not just her child, it is your child. So no. No.
Yeah, Russell would have never. And I almost wanted to send that to Russell in his DM. Like, you need to start a class.
Yeah.
Because, Russell is more of a father than Future's father. He has really taken on that role, and we love that for baby Future. For him to have a real father in his life is just a beautiful thing for him. But yeah, Russell would have never. And until I find a Russell ever, it would never. That type of shit. It's so unfortunate. That's all I got.
That's it. But guys, you know what? We over. So I thank you so much for watching the show and supporting us for 2 shows in a row, y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We'll be back next week. We're gonna figure this situation out with Roa. what we gonna do.
Because I want to cancel y'all and see y'all. I feel like we can have such amazing other topics. Like I saw one on TikTok, girl, where I had to block him because it was a little much. But he had said on his TikTok that if you have a father figure in your life, you don't ever need a stepdad, and that he would fight dudes that would ever try to tell his child that he's their stepdad because they're not needed. Step parents aren't needed when the bio parents are in. Like we have so many topics we could probably Kiki talk about and let y'all on the line with, because Ro is not doing it.
It's not, and we might just need to have one show where we open up to people. Like
Maybe.
we bring in people.
But I hate Ro in this season. It's boring.
Yeah, I can't do it. But you know what? If I don't do it, I might not watch it no more.
I probably ain't. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I probably just watch the clips and watch Candi Yams. Y'all know I'm gonna always watch Candi Yams. And I watch some interviews and clips on the internet, but I do not feel the need to get up in the morning at 6 a.m. on Peacock and watch it. No, not at all.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, guys, we love y'all. Again, it's my birthday. So if you in my crew and y'all covered out with me, Karma sent me this song. I'm about to start sending it to y'all. I think y'all should have a rehearsal and get together for this. Because you know it's Leo season still. We out here. So shout out to all my Leos. I love y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all this weekend. Bye guys. Thank you for watching.